And welcome. How's everybody doing today? It's your Frogman here, but in Firefly PNG form. So I like to have Firefly here, just checking up on us, right? While I stream and deliver some Star Rail 2.7 content. So without further ado, guys, the moment I've been waiting for. I'm going to start streaming some Star Rail. So let's go get it. Now, last I left off in the story, it was Rappas. That was the last time I ever did an upload for Star Rail. I know I'm a little back, guys. I apologize for this, okay? However, I did work on my Acheron. I actually did. I worked on her build a little bit more, but so before we get into the story, this is actually what I have for her now. So, attack, it could be a little bit more, but I put speed into her boots instead of attack percentage, okay? I raised up her crit rate and her crit damage, so when she's in battle, she actually hits 75% crit rate with buffs. So I could safely say that I am fine with Acheron right now, where she's at currently. So these are relic builds. I'm very happy with them. Now, yes, I was thinking about putting attack percentage in this, but I was like, you know what? I rolled these boots. They both had what I needed in them, along with attack percentage, so I stuck with it. Her ornaments, I wanted to get a little bit better stats on them, but it's fine where it's at currently. So I'm just going to leave it alone for now. If it happens that I can get some crit rate in it, and the stars align, then I can do a little bit better with it. But as of now, this is what I'm rocking with her. I did actually E4 her when her rerun came along. Sadly, I couldn't go for the E6 like I wanted to. However, they are going to have a third rerun of her at some point, because believe me, that new Amaphorius update that's going to be happening soon. What? In about... Actually, it's going to be happening next week. Yeah, it's true. But regardless, they're coming out with so many reruns. I'm still in shock about that, along with everybody else in the community. Okay, I'm not the only one, okay? But this is where I have her at right now. I'm sitting pretty. I got my Kafka here. My Kafka, now, I did actually E6 her way back then. I actually did not wail for her. I actually saved up for her 3 rerun banners. It just so happens when her third rerun banner came along, I didn't know about it until I saw her. I was like, wait a minute. A third rerun? Wait a minute. So that's why she's E6, because I went for it and I got. She is actually my first E6 in this game. So I'm very happy with her. Her stats, they could be a lot better. Her speed can be... I want her speed to be around 160 with some buffers, because I know having speed altogether at 160 for her ornament... Well, for her ornaments and her relic set, that's like winning the lottery. So I'm going to have to just have buffs on her, either with Asta or, some other way of doing this, right? Asta, off the top of my head, she's the one that increases speed. Bronya does too. However, you have to E2 Bronya to get that. I have her at E1, so I can't really use her for that. But she does, I think, raise it by 30%, I believe, for speed rate for speed. However, it's only one turn. Still, it's still speed. But this is what I have her sitting at. Now, she actually just mostly uses attack. Everything's just really an attack and speed for her. She's a simple build. However, getting the stats themselves is a pain. Okay, Gaining the stats themselves is a pain. You don't know how much and how long I've been working to try and get some relic sets for Kafka that I was comfortable with. This is why I said, like, I need to work on... I've been grinding this particular corrosion stage for the longest time, okay? For the longest time. And it's still not delivering what I want. And also, this is why I wanted her speed at 160, is because of this. It raises her damage to 18 more percent. I have it currently at 12%, but I want to get it here, right? Plus, she attacks more often. It's always a bonus, right? But yeah, so sadly, I don't have her where I feel like I can be like, you know what, Kafka, you're good. Until they come out with the next, you know, DOT relic set. Who knows how long we have to wait for that. You never know. It could be in the next update, too. I don't know what these new characters are going to have to offer. All I know about the new Amaphorius event is this. They are based off of the Flame Chasers from Honkai Impact 3rd's universe. And as a Honkai Impact 3rd player myself, I know a little bit more about them. However, I don't really know if it's going to, like, there's going to be, like, some either references or similarities between the characters. That I do not know. Okay? The only ones that look the same is Kevin, Castellana, but he goes by a different name. I don't remember what the names are, because, like, there's a lot of them, okay? And then there's not Kafka. Then there is there's Alessia. She looks the same as now the incoming look-alike Alessia, because I don't remember the names, okay? I'm doing my best here, guys. Don't worry, I'll get the names down in the next update, okay? Trust me on that. But without further ado, guys, let's get started with the events. So let's go to the mission mode. Also, I am going to lower the volume on this. I have it pretty loud, don't I? I don't think I should have it that loud. Really, it's at... Is it really at 5? Really? Okay, we'll put it at 4. We'll put this at 4 then, shall we? Okay, let's go start it, guys. So, also, I do realize that I also have to start another event, but I'm just gonna do the main story.
Amphorius, the eternal land.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right. You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
I love the fact that they kept the real time of how long this game's been out for now. You know, the fact... I do love that they did that. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I love it.
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion, too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Yeah. Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Taikian Stadium has been repaired.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Well, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work, then.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you, eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
I see 2 bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat-and-dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly! Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due, so why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard.
What do you guys think about this being the thumbnail for the video?
The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
You know, it's actually something he said in the very beginning of when we started Penacony. When he was saying everything should be aligned to the tips of your shoes and everything. He actually said that when we arrived here. I remember that line. Okay, let's see. Sunday has lost his wings and fallen into the state you now see. He has come to realize that miracles are not to be carried out in the skies but on the ground. And at the beginning of this precious freedom he had found, he hopes to make his farewells quick and orderly. Bid farewell to this beautiful dream. With the help of Wonweek, make as many unreasonable requests as you need, and you can just owe him a favor for later. Saying goodbye to home. Get out of there really quick.
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I mean... Mr. Wonweek, please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. This place is no exception. The distorted after echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes.
Okay, let's see. So Ideen Park investigatory rules. I'll write down what I've noticed for now. I'll go over things when I meet the others later. No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. Be kind to birds. Do not discard trash in trash cans. Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited. Attention. Conducts that have not been mentioned are not necessarily safe. They just have not yet been reviewed. I have no idea what all that just meant.
No consumption of food except for burgers. What?
I mean, I like burgers. I like burgers. What's wrong with that? You got a problem with burgers, dude? Let's see. Oh, wait. Yo, look how beautiful that is. Dude, I actually never noticed this, in fact. Was this always here? Dude, it's been a while since I actually took a look around Penacony. Because I was doing a lot of other things. I have to catch up with every single other side mission I've done before Amaphorius. So that's going to be quite the journey with that.
No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't...
Ah. Huh. So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out.
Dude, could you imagine somebody making a rule like that? What would you guys be thinking then? Like, give me that damn ice cream cone. You know?
cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Oh, wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you. How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
Yo. Dude, what the hell? So an ice cream cone made him murderous? Dude. This is some wild shit. What's...
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dreamweavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then. Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something? there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
Ugh. I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough. Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens? Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule? They can't be seriously going that far, right? No. Hey, look out!
I've heard the call. Head down, farewell.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
Fangs and claws got dull.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Again.
Serenity is before me.
Rice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Another journey begins. Still waters of oblivion.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds. The fearless knows not fear.
I'll overcome the thorns.
Never hesitate.
Destined for oblivion.
In the
consequence.
Free will, or was it fate?
Did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
But I say we pass on this. Thanks to you, I never want to eat ice cream again. Do not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in? Do not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in? Something's happening. What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Whoa, it worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
You never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure. What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now, we should go. This will be a long farewell.
So, where are we heading next?
Oti Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Give me a moment to fix something here. Okay. I wasn't sure if the PNG would get in the way of the video and if anybody watches. I wasn't too sure, so I'm going to take the PNG off for now. Because it keeps blinking despite how I'm not talking. I don't know if it's picking up something else or if you guys can hear it, but every time it blinks, I'm not sure if it like would redirect someone's attention at it, you know? So I'm going to take it off for now. Just to see how it goes. Okay, let's get back to it. What's up, Welt? How you doing?
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Dude, I think Welt knows. Welt is not an idiot, guys, okay? He can't be fooled so easily. This man has lived a long life. He's been through a lot, too. See, he's not an idiot.
Ooh, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
Sure about that?
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days.
Last few days, dude. It seems like he's been gone for months.
Come now. It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do.
So Welt just happened to stroll at that exact moment? You know, even Acheron showed, showed restraint, so to say, when it came to facing Welt too, as well. If you guys remember that dialogue that they both had. Because after all, Welt, he's still strong, despite how he might appear. He's actually very strong still. Hold on, I gotta put this here. But yeah, the power in his cane is literally like, he can create a black hole, so to say. Now, that is only if, if he has the Star of Eden. Now, it was said that Branya gave it back to him. So, something for me to also look into again. So now that reminded me, I should look into that and, try and refresh myself with the information of all that. But yes, even Acheron was afraid about what he had, like his power in the cane that he carries. I even showed a while back a cutscene in Impact 3rd of what he's capable of. Pretty scary stuff. To just conjure up a black hole out of thin air like that, you know?
Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but before I do...
You see, I told you he's not a fool, man. You can't fool Welt.
Put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Dude, he even pulled out the cane. I was just talking about it. I was just talking about it, too.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, Wonweek. We found ourselves an ally.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have Wonweek to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels.
What is this, Welt? Can you elaborate on this?
That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
Well, before we go and address that, can we, like, discuss this? Because I would love to hear the story.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
About to yeet this Pepeshi out of orbit. Yeah, see, I knew Welt was not dumb. You can't fool him. Okay, go down here.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case...
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Yo, Ting Yuen, it's been a while. Yes, I'm well aware about Fugua and Ting Yuen here. I am well aware, but for the, you know... Oh, whoa. Sorry about that. But for the dramatic, you know, tension here. Ting Yuen, what are you doing here? Whoa, what? Yo, this is paradise. I mean, it is a dream world, right?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
I mean, I don't consider this a problem. Hey, we're back on our ship here.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms?
Dude, I like this. What is this? A jewel? Okay, so something I noticed here, guys. I didn't bring it up, but obviously there's some voiceovers that were never made into the 2.7 update, and it has a lot to do with, let's just say, in real life problems on their end. This had nothing to do with audio or anything like that. I'm not going to get into it, but you guys probably already know this if you've looked into it already as to why some characters don't have a voiceover. So there's nothing wrong with the audio or anything like that.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason. I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
I wonder, though, if I changed it to, like, Japanese, would I be able to hear the dialogue voiceover then? Or even Chinese dialogue? Or, I mean, Chinese dub, too?
Could there be more to it? Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror. It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however. That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by. So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home? Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
And those youngsters? Himiko, you're not even, like, in your 40s. Like, what are you talking about? Those youngsters. Himiko is very young herself, too. She still is. Now, Welt is old now, okay? But not Himiko. Not Himiko.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead? She knows how to present things logically.
Is that right? Look at this. You're very astute, Stell.
You don't have to tell him that. He can see for himself.
Why the hell you ask me? Damn it, March.
Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yoon for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy.
Wow.
A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
Always putting the blame on me, March. Damn. I thought we were like sisters here. She would sell me out, definitely. I know she would. She would sell me out in an instant.
What happened?
I still wanted more candies. I'm gonna say that.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Ting-Yoon ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Ting-Yoons right in front of us.
Yo, this reminds me of some sort of like anime. That's scenario.
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who's this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise, Wonweek.
It's been a while, everyone.
Dude, could you imagine? Just imagine, like, you just, like, fought this dude not long ago, right? And then all of a sudden, he just appears.
Ew! What's going on?
Have you turned on us, Mr. Yang? Dude, the biggest plot twist in the entire universe of the series. Welt just turns on everybody. Could you imagine? I mean, that would be entertaining, right? Dude, I kind of want to say number 2 here.
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
And what he's been through? Dude, we've been through a lot.
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. Wonweek here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
Dude, he has a way with them words, right? He was a worthy opponent.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yoon to her normal self.
Dude, I just want to know how she was even there.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yoons aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
You know what I want to know, though? I want to know, was there any, like, discussion or something where Ting-Yoon was actually, you know, introduced? Because for me, this is kind of random. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's a kind of a random situation. Like, she just appeared out of nowhere after all this time, right? And that's why I'm like, guys, when the hell did she even appear? So is it gonna do a thing where it's like, it shows this scenario right now, but then later down they'll do like, you know, where you gotta go into the past type of situation, then you'll see like, oh, so that's where Ting-Yoon appeared from. Is that how it's gonna go down? Well, seeing as how there's so many Ting-Yoons, and I'm very happy to see this. It's very pleasing to the eye, in fact. Let me actually bring out my Ting-Yoon. Ting-Yoon, you've been summoned. After so long, I know. It's been a while. Dude, I actually used to use Ting-Yoon so much in fights. By the way, her voice actress changed, by the way. I'm not sure if anybody knew that. But they changed voice actresses. But you can look up what happened online. Okay, let me go take a picture. Taking a picture, guys. Yes, this is like that moment I had way back in the beginning of the game where I took a picture of like all 3 Herdas. I actually still have the the image too, where we all just like grouped together because they were like all together, right? It was like some sort of event. I don't know what event it was. It was like a side quest, and like there were 3 Herdas, and I was like Kafka, and I decided to take a picture of us because like I was like, you know what, and to immortalize this moment because I think it's funny, I'm gonna take a picture of all 3 of us, and so I did. I could go find the picture too I took of it. Okay, let's see. Oh no, I can't take a picture of it. Oh no. That's right. There's some situations where you can't actually take your phone out. Well, in that case, if that's the case, if that's how they want to play it, I'll just do this. How's that?
Miss March 7th. The time to consider my suggestion?
I need to know how you even appeared.
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon are you again?
Dude, it's like the clones. They each got a number.
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild.
Dude, I want to join this guild.
How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
I mean, she just wants to form a guild. Why you got an issue with that, March? Why do you have an issue with everything that goes down?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. I do it all the time. Yo, I agree with this.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
I mean, we can take turns.
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the Eye of the Storm.
I remember Fantalia.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Tingyuns here.
Dude, there's so many of them. Find a Tingyun that is easy to communicate with. Dude, let's just like ask. Well, actually, I need to know the story with Tingyun though. Like, I need to know why she just appeared. Was there like a side quest I missed or something? Dude, there's so many of them. This is crazy.
Oh, you're here again. So, what's your decision?
I'm still deliberating. I'm so highly sought after that it's only right I give it careful consideration.
Aha! I knew it! I always have an eye for talented people. No problem. Take your time.
I don't know. What if I talk to her again?
Oh, you're here again. So, what's your decision? Aha! I knew it!
Okay, so she's the visionary Tingyun. What's going on with you guys?
That sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal.
I mean, it really depends on the meal.
But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day?
I mean, depends if you buy flowers or not. If you pick them, then yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
The silver-tongued Tingyun. Oh yeah, who are the other ones called? The flower enthusiast Tingyun.
If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it.
The foodie, guys. This is the foodie Tingyun.
She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
Damn it, March.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Sunny.
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Dude called him Sunny. About to take a baseball bat to this Pepeshi looking baseball. Doesn't this look like a baseball, guys?
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
That actually surprisingly makes sense.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot
March, use your brain, like for real. It's basically different sides of her. Like, Ting Yun was also a foodie. She was also somebody that was like, you know, very silver-tongued. She had a way with words, with people. That's why she like was so popular as a merchant on the Jianzhou. Oh, March.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Ting-Yuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her.
Now, I love the fact that we're all over the place. Hold up. Hold up.
Oh, were you all looking for me?
Where'd you come from? Wait a minute. I want to talk to the other Ting Yuns first before I talk to her. I'll be right with you.
Why do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her?
Dude, she's stealing from the ATM machine. It's like nobody's gonna do anything about that. We just gonna let it happen. Okay, let's move on now. I know I spent a little more time on it, but come on, guys. I mean, it's Ting Yun. Like, look at them all. Man, that lag is hurting my eyes. I don't know why. It just is. Okay, so I talked to them all, correct? Well, the ones I could talk to.
Oh, were you all looking for me?
Are you the real Ting Yun?
Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Ting Yun's trait is...
Well, actually, technically, they're all Ting Yun.
It's nothing special, really.
Somewhat normal.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Sorry, the way he worded that. Ain't that right, Harps?
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Ting Yun hostage...
March, you need to calm down, okay? My goodness. She's been all over the place in this entire story. I mean, Welt could do this. That's the thing about it. There are... Wait a minute, what? There are 4 pairs of eyes between the 3 of us. Wait, is she calling him 4 eyes? Wait, is that what she's saying? Oh, she is.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. Wonweek has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
He does? Really?
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so... sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Ting-Yun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Wow. So we just gonna make her decisions for her?
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, Wonweek.
Yo, Fantelia.
What the? Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
You better tell them, Wonweek.
Look, it's working.
Yo, we just gonna ignore that? What?
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Ting Yoon, you're finally back.
Can I, like, rewatch that in some way other than YouTube? That was such a beautiful, like, entrance, I think, out of any character so far. Like, wow.
You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
Dude, Wonweek, you better say it, man. Like, why are you hiding this?
What do you sense?
Evil?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Oh, shit.
Don't be afraid. What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone. Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
Yo, I got a lot of... just so many questions. But we just gonna, like, ignore the fact that, like... Wait, are those enemies up there? Yo, was that Ruan Mei? I mean, I want to come... oh, man. I want to actually see where this leads to. Hold up, guys. I saw that we had the temporary character selection, so I am going to choose her. Nihility. Now, guys, technically I don't have any break type. Well, actually I do. Like, Gallagher is the only one, really. I never unlocked Ruan Mei. I know, right? I've never unlocked her. And I don't have... well, I have, actually... I do have Trailblazer, but... I haven't leveled up her equipment. So I really don't. Well, I could use her, but it wouldn't really be all that, you know. Wouldn't be all that smart, too, for the moments. And then, obviously, Firefly, I still don't have her. I'm not even sure if her banner's still around, is it? I'm not even sure. Regardless, though, we're just going to keep it like that. I don't know. Is her banner actually still out? Oh, it is. That's right. Okay, so I got 4 days to make a decision. Okay, so the thing is, guys, I honestly want to have Firefly. I really do. I never went for her. But the thing is, it's like they have all these, like, you know, reruns going to be happening, correct? So for me, it does pay me to skip her. I honestly don't want to. But let's go see what's up with the story here. Oh, they're not attacking. Yo, look at their blades.
This path is so dark. Yet it's strange. The farther I walk, the more at peace I feel.
Wait, can I not walk?
This path is so dark. Yet it's strange.
Wait, what?
The farther I walk, the more at peace I feel.
What?
Could it be that this isn't the first time?
And what just happened? Oh, I... Yo, I honestly want to go for Ting Yun just because I missed her so much.
This path is so dark. Yet it's strange. The farther I walk, the more at peace I feel.
I'm going to try something. No?
Could it be that this
Sorry about that.
isn't the first time?
So it looks like something's preventing us from going back.
That looks so familiar.
Sure does.
Does she want to lead me somewhere?
I'm actually kind of curious. What if I equip Oh, okay. I thought she would say something. What the? There's people here?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me?
Wait, are we like invisible to everybody? No way. Okay, guys. Well, as much as I would like to go on, I'll save part 2 for tomorrow. I still have 4 days left to do this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll have more content up with Star Rail tomorrow as well. Oh! Dude, I want to pull her now. I want to pull her now. Ah. Guys, you know what? I think I'll pull for her. Ah, damn. See, they're gonna be having that collaboration, and it's like I want to save up as much as I can for it, but I really want her. All these reruns, man, I'm telling you. All these reruns that they've had. That they're about to have again. I have no idea why I never got these. It's like I forgot this shop even existed. I hope I didn't miss any before. Okay, how many can I get with this? I can get 71. Dude, I have to save up a ton. I'm gonna have to get her in the next rerun. Just like so many others. But regardless, guys, hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of 2.7. I mean, we're not that far ahead. 2.7 of Star Rail, and like I said, I'll see you all in the next video tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to it. Like and subscribe; it does help me out a lot. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. You want to say goodbye, Ting Yun? No? Okay. On that note, catch you later, guys.